Having a girlfriend is a literal cheat code. Now, before I get into this video, let me just put this disclaimer out there. I am not making this video to brag about the fact that I'm in a relationship, and you are very likely not. There was a time in my life where I desperately wanted the kind of relationship that I have. And now I'm at a point where I desperately want this kind of relationship for you. I want you to be able to find this kind of relationship. And I'm a big proponent of the power of visualization. And through this video, I want you to be able to visualize what it's like to have this kind of girlfriend, a high quality woman by your side through thick and thin as you pursue the path of your purpose. Now, the first reason why having a girlfriend is a literal cheat code is because it frees up so much mental bandwidth. What do I mean by that? When you're single, and if you're single, you probably know this already. When you're single, you spend a lot of your time thinking about how to get into a relationship. At least I did. When I was single, that was probably 50% of my day-to-day thought process was, how can I find a high-quality woman to get into a relationship with? And this manifested itself in me going on dating apps and scrolling on the dating apps for probably hours at a time and hitting dead ends. And it was a very frustrating process. And for you, maybe this involves cold approaching or cold DMing girls on Instagram or something. I don't know. But the point is, when you're single, even if just subconsciously, you are looking. You're looking for a partner all the time. And it takes up a lot of that headspace that could otherwise be used for your purpose. When you're in a relationship, you have peace of mind. You no longer have to worry about finding the right person because you found them. It's just like if you're accustomed to being broke and then you suddenly start making a lot of money. You no longer have to worry about money because now you have it. And there's this sense of relief. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, of course, a relationship is an ongoing thing. It's not like you just get a girlfriend and then that's it. That's the end of the game. No, there are still other levels that you need to transcend in order to progress through the relationship. But that's a different discussion for a different day. We need to solve the first problem, which is getting a girlfriend. Once you solve that problem and you know that you don't have to do any cold approaching, you don't have to make profiles on dating apps anymore, finding the right pictures, thinking about what kind of bio you're going to write to compel the right kind of girl to fall for you. You don't have to think about any of that. You're free. It's a feeling of relief. And it is a feeling that I truly, truly desire for you just as much as I once desired it for myself. Now, another reason why having a girlfriend is a literal cheat code is because having a girlfriend, especially the right kind of girlfriend, provides you with motivation through difficult times. So for reference, when I got into my current relationship, it was November 11th, 2022. That was 1 month, I think just about 1 month to the day, before I left my luxurious apartment, moved into my car, and began living in my car. Now, of course, at the time I saw it as this magical adventure and all of that, but at the same time, my life was kind of falling apart. And that was just me making the best of a very unfortunate situation that I had put myself into. My confidence was shot, and generally speaking, I was actually pretty miserable in every aspect of my life except for my love life. She became the one redeeming quality of my otherwise shitty life. And this wasn't just because of the fact that I was in love and in a relationship, but this was also because she motivated me. She wouldn't allow me to close my mind to the possibilities of my potential. She would ask me questions that would force me to dream bigger for myself. For example, I remember there was a conversation that we had not too long, I think, after we started dating, where I basically made it seem like living a materially nice or materially luxurious lifestyle and having a lot of money were mutually exclusive, because at the time I thought that it was, because again, I had just taken the biggest financial L of my life. I basically went from living the luxurious life to being broke. And from that, I deduced that you can only have one or the other. You can't have a lot of money stashed away and live a luxurious lifestyle. And she asked me, well, why can't you have both? And I didn't have an answer for her. The only answer that I had was my own experience, but that was one experience. There are plenty of other people out there who do have a lot of money and still have Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and live in the hills in LA. Her asking me that question reopened my mind to the possibilities of abundance. And again, this motivated me to continue pushing through that very difficult time. But on top of that, another way that having a girlfriend provides you with basically unlimited motivation is that you're not just working for yourself anymore. It's not just about you. You have to take into consideration her. Or in my case, because I'm not with an NPC kind of girl who brings no value to the table, her grind, seeing her grind in starting her business motivates me to turn this camera on and make videos like this even when I don't actually feel like it. Even when I'm hungry and haven't had breakfast yet and I'm stressed and there are all of these excuses in my mind as to why I shouldn't put in the work, knowing that she's putting in the work basically forces me to step my game up. And that is something that I truly desire for anybody watching this, especially you. I want this for you. I want you to have that person that motivates you through all of the difficult times in your life. The person that wants to see you win. It's not that they want anything from you. It's that they want to see you win. They want to see you win because it brings them satisfaction to see you happy. You deserve that kind of love in your life. You truly do deserve that kind of love in your life, and it's out there waiting for you. Having the right girlfriend will motivate you like absolutely nothing else in this world will. Another reason why having a girlfriend is a literal cheat code is that having a girlfriend, contrary to popular belief, actually saves you money. Now, this is sort of dependent on what kind of girlfriend you end up with, because once again, if you end up with an NPC girl who doesn't bring any value of her own to the table, then yeah, she's going to cost you money, not save you money. But if you're with a contributing partner, a teammate, if you will, a Scottie Pippen to your Michael Jordan, a Dwayne Wade to your LeBron James, a Klay Thompson to your Stephen Curry. If you are with a competent, capable partner who can work with you, you will save money. Why is this? The reason why this is because whenever you go and get your own apartment, or even if you go and get your own house, you're going to split the cost. So let's say, for example, you get an apartment that costs $1,200. My apartment that I moved out of into my car was $1,200 a month. Give or take a few dollars. $1,200 a month. If I had been in a relationship at that point in time, that would have been $600 a month for me. Or maybe even $800 a month for me. Maybe I would have paid $800 and the girl would have paid $400. But the point is, it would have saved me a hell of a lot of money, and it would have saved her a hell of a lot of money as well. And the thing is, you can also room up with your friends, your male friends, or your siblings or whatever. But more often than not, when you do that, you have to get separate rooms. So let's say, for example, if I wanted to get an apartment with one of my friends, look, if you're one of my friends watching this, you know that we're cool, we're locked in. I don't want to share a room with you. I don't want to share a room with you, especially not for the long term. So that said, you have to get a 2-bedroom apartment, which means that you have to pay much more. So even though you're splitting the cost, you probably don't come away that much further ahead than if you had just gotten a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom apartment by yourself. But when you have a girlfriend, naturally, you're gonna share a room. You're gonna share a bed, which means that you can get a studio apartment together. You can get a studio apartment for maybe $800 a month, and then you split that down the middle, $400 a month. And this also can apply to groceries because you're probably gonna eat a lot of the same foods. So you split on the groceries and you save money that way. Maybe gasoline if you share a car, or the car payment itself. You save a lot of money by being in a relationship. Just practically speaking, you will save a lot of money, especially, well, really only if you are with a competent partner, which, if you're somebody who values yourself, you see yourself as being worthy of a high quality woman, that's the kind of woman that you're going to end up with. You're not going to end up with an NPC kind of woman who doesn't bring any value to the table. Now, on the topic of value, the next reason why having a girlfriend is a literal cheat code is because you learn twice as fast. What do I mean by that? So, generally speaking, if you're watching my channel, you are somebody who prioritizes self-improvement. Generally speaking, that's an assumption that I think is fair to make about you, is that you are into self-improvement. And this entails learning. You are learning new things. You are picking up new skills. When you have a girlfriend, what can happen is that she can also learn things, and you essentially, as a collective, learn twice as fast because you can learn complementary skills. So, for example, last year, I spent a lot of time learning about copywriting. My girlfriend spent a lot of time learning about graphic design. And so we can essentially give each other feedback on anything pertaining to each respective skill on each respective business. So I can ask for her feedback for my thumbnails, for example. Or she also took a video editing course and a videography course. So she was able to teach me some things that I didn't know about filming, even though I've been doing YouTube for 6 years now. I was able to learn twice as fast, and for half as much. I didn't have to buy and take the courses that she took because she took them, and vice versa for her and me. She didn't have to pay for or take the courses that I took. We were able to develop complementary skill sets. Thus, we were able to learn twice as fast, and we were able to synthesize all of the information that we're gathering. And this acts as an accelerant in both of our personal and collective self-improvement journeys. Now, I would be remiss to make a video like this basically showing you exactly the kind of relationship that you want, describing it to you in great detail, and not explain to you how to actually get this kind of girlfriend, how to get into this kind of relationship. But because this video is already getting pretty long, I'm going to go ahead and save that for a future video, which should come out sometime in the next week or so. So if you want to find this kind of relationship, stay tuned because I will have a video about how to get a girlfriend coming out very, very soon. If you've made it this far into the video, then clearly you're looking to transform your life, whether that's your health, your finances, your love life, or your mindset. And transformation is much easier when you have a trustworthy person to hold your hand through the entire process. And that's why I'm proud to announce the pre-sale for my new coaching program. No, it's not some $997 course that promises to help you make $10,000 a month in 30 days. But it is all of my knowledge from 6 years of self-improvement in one convenient place. It is a brotherhood of young men like yourself who are looking to level up. It is a place where you can receive direct advice from me and learn all of my lessons with none of my losses. And if you join now, you can lock in the current price of $57 forever. Because once I officially launch it, the price is going up significantly. No, this isn't some fake scarcity marketing tactic. I'm actually increasing the price once it launches. That way, we won't have too many members causing chaos like in my old Discord server. If you know, you know. So if that sounds even remotely interesting to you, Click the link in the description and join now.